Yeah, I really hope I can continue to earn your sub. But yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna be cracking on with more Stanley today. For anybody who hasn't played it or didn't see yesterday's stream, it is great crack. It's basically choose your own adventure game, like a walk and sim with a narrator that essentially makes my job a lot easier. I don't really have to talk much over the stream, so it's great. Give me the clout. Yeah, there you go. Everyone go sub to my boy Kev, if he has a Twitch. Thank you very much for the cheer, 15. Wow, thank you so much, Kelsey. I hope Iceland is going great. Really appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, Stanley, we're going to be getting back into it. Going to be doing. I've yet to fully obey the narrator, so I'm going to do that today and see how we go. If anyone's playing through the Stanley Parable, obviously spoilers will be shown in stream, but for anyone who's on the fence about it, look, it's whopper. I can't recommend it enough, but like it is absolutely. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. You don't need to donate, guys. Even just having you here is enough, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's a game you could absolutely just watch. If you like it, I absolutely recommend, giving the devs money or whatever, supporting them. But it's just a game you could watch, to be honest. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, watch me stream. But no, like, if you want to just watch me do it, you're gonna get very similar experience. And I'll even throw options out to the chat if anybody wants to chime in and suggest a route. What the fuck? Yesterday, we were forced to ignore the narrator despite his wishes. So that was fun. We got to do a lot of cool things yesterday anyway, actually, with people chiming in and stuff like that. So look, without further ado, I will go ahead and launch the game now. Stop keeping his waiting in suspense. But yeah, it's good. Oh, that's never gonna get old. I love the Heavenly Sheesh. It's too nice. It is too nice. So yeah, look, we'll crack on and we'll see how we get on. I'm still waiting for somebody to save up for one of the. I have to enter the time every time. Oh, okay. Last time I launched this game, it asked me to enter the time. It asked me to do that the first time. So this will be the third time I enter the time, and it's asking me. Last time I set it up, it said please enter your favorite time. So I'm gonna do that now, which is the current time. And it's 5:10, so we'll go ahead. I'm gonna wait till it's 11 because I like it to be on the ball. Whoa, there's 11. So yeah, 5:11, your favorite time of the day. It remembered. All right, look, I'll throw myself down into the old just lower left. I'm gonna pause the old tunes. But yeah, I have to click. Or you could simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Now I'm curious how accurate 5:11 is. Let's use another slider to find out how. It's incredibly accurate. It's currently 5:11. I can just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. This game is so meta. Wish I had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, we'll whip up a couple of new ones. Should be ready by next time we boot up the game. All right, something else to look forward to next time we boot it up. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm surprised nobody has used either the summon Danny DeVito or summon the dog or summon the gecko. I know people said they're saving up, so I am excited to see when people finally do that. I'm going to skip the intro. Will I? Yeah, I will. I'll skip the intro this time since we watched it yesterday. We don't need to see it again. So, here we go. Oh my god, thank you so much for the gifted sub. And you got went to Faye. You've been amazing. Look at that. Happy days. Thank you so much, Kelsey. I really appreciate that. I can't thank you enough, and it's greatly appreciated. So, we're gonna crack on. What should we do? Should we No, we won't. We won't obey him straight away. But for the next one, we'll obey him regardless. Okay, so we go out and see what's going down.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I still can't sub. Look, you don't have to sub. That's fine. Like, don't be worrying if it's not working for you. But look, if you really want to, I know the mobile app can be ropey when it comes to subbing. So again, you don't have to do it, but maybe try on the laptop or a desktop or whatever. We went through this new content door yesterday, but this neon sign wasn't here. So I might go through it again and just see if it's any different.
Good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, intrigue. I missed the little Disney ride thing. That was fucking whopper. I want to do that again, but I don't know if we're on the track. Are we going left? No, we're going straight again. Back in the lift. We didn't like the lift yesterday.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Disney ride was
the
class.
The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa. Amazing.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Wow. Thank you very much, Kev. You've sorted out Lou's sub issue. Really appreciate the gifted sub, bud. And there you go, Lou. There's your problem sorted. Your sub now. You can thank Kev for buying it for you. I really appreciate that, guys. Wow. Oh, we're flying. I'm gonna start crying. It's only a few minutes into the stream. Listen, this would be mad. I don't know. Like, look, surely it's not. But can you imagine if they somehow hid a whole sequel in the Ultra Deluxe, and like so much that you could even miss it? Like, imagine if nobody ever came this way and they just have a whole other fucking game hidden away here. I doubt that's the crack. I'm sure this is just one ending. I doubt it's a whole game. But sure, look, you never know. But how cool would that be? Investor
Calling it
showcase.
the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Nice office. Ooh, bougie. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old and busted, new hotness. Alright. Cool Reds. Boring sections of the chart. Cool Red section of the chart. Alright. They're back. 2 doors. Okay, right, here we go. More Stanley Parable, better Stanley Parable. Win-win. Paradigm shift, synergy, brick and mortar approach, envelope client-centric marketing. Color red. Color red indeed. Wow. This is so weird. Oh, I like the middle one with the fancy font. Thanks for attending my meeting. Alright, crack on. More automatic doors. Imagine if they added a co-op mode.
Now, to be clear,
2 Stanleys.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Oh, Dark Souls 2.
It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh. This way to the show floor. Ah, pure Q. Wonder what's waiting ahead of us. Can I sit on this? Nah, imagine. That would have been pretty sweet. Oh, wow, look at this. Ominous.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Hear your name in the game. No way. No
For
way.
the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
No way this is gonna work.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll
Okay, guys, I'm
love it.
Jim now.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Hey, it's me, Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I am Jim.
Do you feel it deeply?
HamSambro.
Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I fully believe
If
I am
so,
Jim.
Then please step forward and press the button.
In the name of Jim.
Yes, you see.
Oh my God, it
What a
said my
thrill,
name,
what a
wow.
rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
All right. Next exhibit. That was fun though. I wonder, can I still, am I still to be Jim? I'll stay as Jim for the rest of the day. HamSambro. One of them. Jimdy, Co-Jim. You heard Jim in the game, hey! Enjoy the new features.
I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
There's no screenshots. A whole new office. Red is the new orange. Static off the fucking TV. The new updated ray trace, more of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the new features, new content, new ideas. All right. Consistent quality with just the right amount of change. Oh yeah, it's all red instead of orange. So say. Schween shaders. The button that says name of the player. Playing the jump. Oh, we've had the jump circle. We're familiar with the jump circle and the infinite hole. All right, that's in there. Oh, let's see. Let's just have a look around the main floor before we go off. Please, no screenshots. Oh, there I am. Hello, me. Office decoration, the infinite hole. Stanley Parable reassurance book. Let's have a look at the merch. Can we buy some merch? Down here. The end is never the end. The T-shirt is the best new feature. Oh, I like that middle one. That's a subtle. I'm a fan of this game, or I saw the new content. The end is never the... Ah, can I scan that QR code? Do you reckon that actually scans? Will I try scan it and see if anything happens? Oh, well, it actually does. It's brought me to StanleyParable2.com. Welcome to the official website. Get the focus. The official website of the Stanley Parable 2. I know it's backwards because I have my camera flipped around. A sequel, huh? Watch our helpful and informative video to learn more about the Stanley Parable and what the journey of becoming a sequel is all about. Stanley Parable sequels and you. If you're more of a sequel, if you're more of a prequel person, check out the Stanley Parable. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the exhibit. That's so weird. Right, let's go up. There was a little door over here I want to just have a peek behind. Just because I don't want to leave anything untouched. It seems though like this is like a maintenance door or something. Like we're not supposed. Oh, the epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Okay. Can I go... Okay, we'll go to the... Free achievement. We all like a good free achievement. Okay. Free, new and easy... Oh, look at the big fucking inflatable Stanley. Free and easy achievement. Let's see if we get it. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Okay.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Sounds good to me. I don't. You guys probably won't see the overlay pop up, but I'll of course let you know if it pops up. Here we go.
Okay, Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
Absolute
Right
cocktails.
now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
That's a shame. So you hope I just get a free achievement? Nothing popped up. Didn't get no Chivo. Oh well. Right, next exhibit.
What else?
Infinite
What
hole.
other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Let's see what's over here. Oh, that... Oh, it rotates. Okay. I was like, that was facing the other way. Well, look at me. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them all. Collect them all. Okay, let's see what's in here. Oh, pretty.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Wow. Alright, there I am. Got my figurine. Oh, that's jarring. Okay.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay, so I am here. N is the jump circle. Free achievement is Q, which is directly behind me. Yeah, okay. So the big thing is just up that stairs, just to the left of A9. Yeah, collectibles. What's 5? 5 is this map, of course. N is the jump circle, which will go next. Hash is settings world champion. Z is merch. Okay, okay, we've been there. B2 is the reassurance. Okay, so we need to go to B2. We need to go to 3. And we need to go to N. If I am reading that correctly. First I want to hit up Hash, because I seem like we left that behind. Unless, where was Hash? It was directly across from merch. Okay, so we need to go back to merch and do 180. See what we left behind. So there's merch, which means settings world champion is this. Oh, have we missed this? Wait, no, have we been here? I haven't been
Okay,
here.
I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
We go for the more colourful one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Fair. Right. Is this door open now? Yeah.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Oh, the jump circle. Okay, this is similar to yesterday.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
No. Give me more.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh, what? It doesn't refund my jumps? I can't jump anymore? Aw. Well, that was lame. Right. Infinite hole. What was it? It was infinite hole, the settings, and jump. Is that everything? Then we've seen everything. Jump circle, settings, champion. Oh, the reassurance bucket and office decos. Okay, so you got B2 and 3 after the infinite hole. Okay, let's go see the infinite hole. See, I don't want to jump down the infinite hole because I feel like that'll bring me somewhere out of this expo and I want to see everything that's available. Okay. Oh, here we go. Time is over depth. God, I don't like that. It's over my head already. Rim, depth, surrounding area. Infinity. Infinite hole. Oh, so you just kind of float in it. More hole. Science. It just keeps going. This is looking a bit too final. So I'm gonna go do the other exhibits, keep you guys in suspense, and then come back to the infinite hall. I'm sure you have an infinite hall. Oh, you'd know better than anybody, wouldn't you? Right. Anyway, office decos. Oh shit, was that office decos? Oh, this is office decos. Isn't it? Should you give me that map so I can check it? God, my memory has gone to shy lately. Office decos. That's it. It's just office decos left. Oh, and the reassurance bucket. So, 3 and B2. So, office decos is you merch at your back, you go to the right. Or was office decos was the balloons. So we've done office decos. So reassurance bucket is up there. Wait. Is this not... This is office decos. Where's settings world champion? Is this settings world champion? That was supposed to be next to office decos. I'm near certain that's supposed to be settings world champion. So, office decos is 3, which is right there. And hashtag is settings world champion. And B2 is the reassurance bucket. So either side of the door to office decos is reassurance bucket, settings world champion. Oh my god. Chris, you did not have to do that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, bro. That's the biggest gift I've gotten since I started. So yeah, you are absolutely #1 and I really appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. And you know what? I'll play this just for you as a thank you.
Turn down for what?
All
A
right.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
I can't get
You may
this bucket.
even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Fair.
Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
I can,
Yes,
I can.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
So just pick up the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say
Oh
that
my
I
God.
do believe the
Thank
bucket
you very
lends
much,
you an
Kels.
air of charisma as
Do
well.
not have to do that. I gotta
I
go
think
now
that
and enjoy
just
Stanley.
holding
Thank
it
you.
has
Thank
made
you very
the
much for the bits.
slightest bit more attractive
I'll
as
talk
a
to you soon.
person.
Thank you very much.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can I keep the bucket? I'm gonna keep the bucket. I'm gonna jump down that big hole with it. The noise of it clanking as I walk with it.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it
Shortcut.
isn't already.
Alright, to the hole. We're absolutely gonna jump down the hole, of course. Which is why I want to keep it to last, because how would we get back here if we jump down the hole? So we could go down, we could go up.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video. This is in fact a fool that you can fall
Thank you
down
for the
forever.
bits.
That's right.
I really appreciate it.
Infinite
You're very
falling.
good. These are
You
all
can
legends.
fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Right, well, oh, I can't go up. Okay, so down we go to the hole. I ain't got no audience. Well, I got you guys, but I don't got no audience in game. Infinite hole. Here we go. Alright, send it.
You you see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see...
Deja vu, I've just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go.
You onward.
Press G to return to the surface. What if I don't press G?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Don't think I will. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
How would it be?
From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay,
Oh, shit.
Well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
So we'll wait and see if we... Let's not do that. But we might have to. Getting the vibe like I have to press it. I'm going to give it another second. But yeah, it seems when you have the option to like ignore him, he seems to like get on at you a lot sooner. So as to like kind of let the player know, they're like, oh, you can choose not to do this. But the fact that he's not saying anything and I'm just sitting in silence, I think I gotta just...
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I have to hop back down it.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal.
Yeah.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no.
How can it be infinite? Of course you're going to want to see it, like. Oh, that was way quicker.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
Yeah.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
No.
But I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose
This was
once
just
again
a
there's nothing to
well.
do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Sure.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
If you hop back down, will it be even
I
shorter?
really do have so much more to show you and to talk about, and I've had enough of the hole for a lifetime.
Well,
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
yeah, I think it will keep
I
getting
suspect
shorter.
that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Let's do it.
Well, there it is.
Oh, wow.
The shame of... How is this still appealing to you?
I'm
I
stuck.
know you're obsessed
I
with
can't get
holes,
out.
but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do.
I'm
and
so
hit the
rigid, I
teleport
can't
button
escape
when
this
you're ready to move
waist-high
on.
hole. Oh no, G isn't working.
Is the teleport button not working? You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I
100%.
mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing.
You
Well, I
give me a
suppose-
jump so I could jump
I
out.
suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
I drop the bucket
you
and
get
like
to
hop
be
on
with
the bucket?
hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
Don't you dare fucking
I hope
leave.
You and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
You prick. Well, this is my life now. I love hole. Something's happening. Sounds like someone just died in DBD. What does that sound? Why can't I just... It's fucking tiny, like, it's up to my waist. Why can't I escape? Where am I... Oh. Goodbye. Really, where are we going? Am I free? Does the narrator set me free? Absolute tune, oh my god. That was my attempt to sing over this beautiful music, and then I realized I just spoiled it. So let's pretend that didn't happen. Change my perspective. Whoa. Edgy. Wow. The infinite hole. Ooh, scary. Change my reality. Oh. Change myself. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. This one seems to be the best to see them all. Ah, the Gmod error. Oh, my bucket's there.
Stanley! Stanley!
Whoa.
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
That was
We
wild.
can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single bit.
That was so fucking weird.
How about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Can I go back into my I was having fun. Oh, am I dozing off again? That's the DBD sound. Oh. Or is that it? Is that the end? Is that the end of that one? No. Oh, okay, we're back here. Back in the expo.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay, I thought I did everything here, so there has to be something I missed. Oh, no, I got the bucket. Has to be something I'm missing. Mostly infinite hole. Collectibles. Anything new on the map? Oh, E, exit. I am here. Oh, so it's just over. Oh yeah, I remember we saw the exit now. Let's see what lies beyond. Well, Rorschach's. At least I got to keep the bucket. Cheeky souvenir.
Ready to move on now?
Yeah, I'm ready to move on, yes. New mug. Bold new taste. Wow, what's this?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's
pretty
not
fun, yeah.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Get it.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
The fucking trombone.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they wouldn't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original.
And here we are.
Would it possibly work?
Yes.
I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something
Oh,
up.
I'm going back title screen.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Any new settings? Oh wow, look at the background, that's pretty cool. Nothing's different there. Look at this is real bold. And the new music and everything, wow. Edgy, definitely edgy. Is that at the end of that?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I want to see if this is any different.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Don't think it's any
He
different,
sat at
but
his desk
let's watch
in
it,
room
'cause it's deadly.
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Wow.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
It did change.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, the balloons!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, this time I'm gonna do exactly what he says. I'm gonna play through the normal story, follow the narrator, and see what happens. Especially with these balloons and stuff. Wild. Ah, the bucket!
Stanley picked
You're
up
coming
the
with
bucket.
me. Hey, you're coming home with me. Oh, the new content door is gone. Oh, there's balloons in there.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I like that they incorporate the bucket into it. My buddy old pal.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Right, back in the bougie office. Oh, what's that? Executive bathroom. Oh. This is new. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines.
206.
Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
I'll
can't
take it.
buy
I'll
that
take
sort
it.
of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Cool. All right. Anyway, back to the office.
Stepping into
a different
his manager's
office than the one we were in yesterday.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
Thank you, Bucket.
The bucket would.
I should call thee
And
Bucky.
he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad
code.
was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Oh.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, look, there's the box art for the first game there in the center. Nice, 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 nice. Where are we off to now? Secret tunnel. Oh, another, yep.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. Stanlerine. Alright. Can we go up? No, we gotta go down. That actually gave me a bit of a fright. I wasn't
The
ready for that.
elevator raced
At least it was
downward,
something nice.
plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Thank you, Bucky. Oh, God. Oh, it's like something out of a portal.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Oh. I don't know. What we feeling? First one gets it. I don't know. Oh, mind control or escape. See, I don't know where to listen to him. And if this is the safe way to go, or to ignore him, and if that's the way to go. Mind control. Chat has chosen mind control. Okay. But we'll have to go escape next time, see what happens over there. I push this button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh. Do I work for these people? Did I know this was going on or nah? I suppose I am Stanley and I did not know about this, so I'm gonna go with nah.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring
Where am I?
it that
427.
everything would be fine.
Dead ahead there, the hook of the bucket. Can I see 427 again? Whoop! Ah, I lost it. Where am I? Okay, 427. Okay, so at the hand of the bucket, you'll see the little loop. I'm sure escape is just a trick. Here we go, 427. There I am, my empty office. Anyway, I will go escape next time. Do the exact thing up to escape, then we go to escape and see what goes down.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
You and me, Bucky.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
What are these buttons? Here's another one. Okay. Does 5 do anything? The bucket is the main character. The bucket parable. I'm not real. I'm just a vessel for the bucket to go through his own story. I need to get myself a bucket hat to wear on stream.
When at last they
a bucket helmet like the one from Rust.
Power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms, not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room, but at least he has the bucket.
It's the main thing.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Wow. Heavy. Is that ending? That's that ending. Wow. Alright, we'll do the exact same thing and then we go escape. Or,
All
no,
of his co-workers
do the
were
exact
gone.
same thing.
What could it mean?
Turn on the
Stanley
mind
decided
control.
to go to the meeting room.
Take Bucky, of
Perhaps
course.
He had
Whoop.
simply. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms.
We're just gonna rally
and
through
a wave
this.
of comfort rushed over him.
Straight in, and we
Stanley
will
clutched the bucket
activate the
tightly to
mind
his
control.
chest
I assume that's like the
and
evil
entered the door
ending.
on his left.
I assume I could, like, if I didn't have Bucky, I could have escaped that time. Oh. Whoa. There will be a reward for finding them all. What the hell? This is creepy. Where's that humming?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
I won't.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
Facts.
You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has
Fuck
to
you,
resort to
broom.
this stream of petty
My bucket.
insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient?
How dare
That
it.
your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
Fuck you,
Really
broom
tell
closet.
the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
You sucked most broom closet, and the bucket and I have been through so much together, so you can go jump
Okay,
off a bridge.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Ah, sick.
There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Yeah. Fuck you, broom closet. Yeah. Bitch.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket."
And it's
There
mine.
really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Are we done now? We bounce? Or we're gonna get another sticker?
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Does more happen? Do I stay? I live here now. Broom boy. Broom is life. Broom is love. I think I am done with this option, and I am good to crack on to get the mind control.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Is there another Stanlerine? No. Oh, what was the key code? 28 something.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Have to bounce, lunch is over. Hope you've had a good rest of stream, bro, and bye chat. See you, Chris. Thank you very much for all the love and support today, all the bits and donations and subs and whatnot. Catch you later on for the quiz tonight. Right, we crack back on to right down to we're gonna leave escape for now, and we will go to right to the end, and then instead of turning the mind control off, we're gonna turn the mind control on and see what happens. I assume that's like the bad ending. And then after that, we will do the same thing and we will go escape.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door
See what
that
happens.
read Mind Control Facility.
Well, here we are, me and my bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Camera.
The monitors jumped to
Here.
life.
Oh my god, I got
Stanley
it.
nearly
No
dropped the
way.
bucket in shock.
I was saying like,
Everyone
I'm
in
gonna
the
put the
office
hoop
was being
next to
videotaped.
427, and that was it. It's right there, I haven't touched the mouse. There's a little hoop left side of the book. Bucket. 427. Watch when that goes back to the numbers.
Be
427.
Reassuring us that everything would be fine.
And we're back to this, and then we're going down to destroy the
Was
world.
the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Oh, someone got fired.
Had the bucket been told to do things he
Oh.
didn't wish to
Oh,
do?
a few people got fired.
Kinds of things does a
That's
bucket
like good
want to
ideas for
do
spin-offs,
or
because
not
if this
want to do in
is
the first
a
place?
mind control facility, how did they get fired?
Questions raised furiously in
Did they go
Stanley's
defunct like Stanley?
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one
Except for the bucket.
For the bucket.
Right, time to control some minds.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink
Straight
in,
onto the on
Stanley
button.
decided that this... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Bucket did it.
Stanley gasped in
Bucky,
horror.
no.
Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
Oh my god, Bucky.
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hand.
Why did you say something,
The one
Bucky?
who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Huh. Pungans. Okay. So, now we're gonna go back,
All of his
do
co-workers
escape.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Take the
Perhaps
bucket.
the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? How can we find them all? Nothing different there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Straight in, straight in, straight in.
Into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
I do wish there was a way to
the
like kind
bucket guiding
of
him?
fly through this part.
Yes, this is certainly
I'm hearing
the
it in my
most
sleep now.
logical explanation.
Oh, yeah. So, let's just we'll just lower him down for a minute and we just have a chat. Yeah. So, like, it's just the same crack over and over. But or actually, do you know what? I actually thought we were further away from escape. So look, I'll go ahead and I'll reef him back up for y'all, and then we can just crack on, interrupt them, because you know, oh, the pause menu's different. That's nice. Right, straight in. Escape. Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Can't go back now. Is that it? Oh no. Yeah, another Disney ride. Oh no.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
Oh, we're dead.
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious
Bucky,
bucket
no.
to behold.
He's gone. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn out here? Will you take what you learn here out to the world with you? What's happening? Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? That's a fucking tongue twister. Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? Heavy. Alright, let's see. My poor boy. Poor
Can
Bucky.
you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
25 buckets. Photograph of 25 buckets. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. Photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. There you go, 25. Exactly 25. Don't let it deceive you. There's only 25. A lot of exhibits in this game. A bucket with 2 handles. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Oh my god. Inferno bucket, a replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. Oh, the stress bucket, an analogy presented without commentary. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance, vulnerability, strength, and size of the bucket. Coping strategies, holes, stress, level of water. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, and rest and relaxation again. More exhibits up yonder. Ooh. Cave drawing. Well, we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the book is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Oh my god.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Hanging bucket. This piece symbolized the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear a grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Well, time to go. Oh, whoa.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oof. Splat. Am I dead? I'm dead. I died. Okay. That was pretty good. I like that one. We'll go... What route have we not done yet? Fuck it. I'm just going to explore and see how I feel. I won't bring the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Figurine Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room. Okay. Oh, that's the... We've already been there. So if I don't take the bucket, the new content door is gone. I wonder, can I go back to the broom closet and see if there's anything different there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Haven't been down here yet. Oh, it's dark. It's very dark.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Oh, I have to go left. Can I go back? No.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay. That's fine.
No,
Oh.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Oh, is it the same again?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Ah, that was kind of lame. I'm gonna go through it now. I'm gonna go as he says, but I'm not gonna take the bucket. And I'm gonna see if I can find more figurines. I might enter the keypad wrong in the office as well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Oh, the bucket's
decided
gone.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is the new content door back? It's not. Because it's different every time.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Oh.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
It's like the back rooms. Hello. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Jesus. Great advice. This office is massive. Oh shit. Okay. I've done a loop.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it
We don't.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
Oh
Why
shit.
not?
Full. Okay. Here we go. This is the one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
This is so weird. Turn this off. Wasting electricity. Can't be wasting electricity. Oh, sorry. Employee of the month.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Okay.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you, Kevin. Kevin Brighting, the narrator.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those
I
situations.
won by proxy.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
God damn it. No.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay. Adventure line.
You see? The line knows where
I like the way it's
story is.
trademarked in the
It's
subtitles.
over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my...
This game is way too philosophical. I get a headache. Oh my god. Oh, I try not to listen to him, just follow the line, but Jesus, it's way too meta.
Of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office. Is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
Jesus.
Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Damn it, Lion.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Exciting.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Office worker escapes from back rooms.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, so ignore the line now. Oh, it's gone. Okay, sick.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Cool.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Run to a desk.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds
Slowly
with the
slide my mouse
counter-inverted
across.
reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny.
Jeez, I'm actually a bit dizzy
awaits.
after that. Oh, what?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
What?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Oh my god.
Deja vu, I just been in this place before. Higher on the street, and I know it's my time to go.
So it said he'd restart again and forget about it, but the balloons are back, which makes me feel like it's a fresh run through.
Wait, Stanley thought
Oh,
to himself.
no, it's not.
Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Find it. Oh, right, bucket. Nah. Yeah, go on, we take the bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, he didn't.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh shit. Oh, there's a Stanley over there. Oh, God. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic
I like
sense of
Stanlerines.
happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Ooh. Now where do I go? Oh. Oop. Shit. Where am I? What is this? Narrator dialogue, narrator dialogue, narrator dialogue. Whoa.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track.
I can't move.
Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why
Everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
Wow. That was nuts. So what exactly is Ultra Deluxe? Ultra Deluxe is a new version of the Stanley Parable game that came out 9 years ago. And it is essentially a game where you are employee number 427 and you wake up and you regain consciousness one day and all your fellow employees are gone missing. There is a narrator in the game, and he just tells you what to do, and you can choose to listen to him or ignore him. It's basically a choose your own adventure with multiple different choices and endings you can make. We're in the middle of a really weird playthrough at the moment. Each play, like, it's kind of like Outer Wilds, Outer Wilds, and it's like you just restart every time and you try to get a different playthrough each time. But this one's gone crazy. I've played the old game before. Is it Ultra Deluxe a sequel or just an upgrade? It is a upgrade with updated graphics and apparently doubled the content. All content has been restored. They've added in new choices, new endings, stuff like that. I won't spoil anything, but it's basically a sequel similarly enough, while not being officially, Stanley Parable 2. But I've also played the first game. From my experience, there is a lot of new content and stuff I haven't seen before. Some stuff's really actually blown my mind as well. I really want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it. But if you like the first game, absolutely get this. I really recommend it. I definitely have to check it out. Thanks, mate. No bother, man. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you get on with it. Anyway, we're gonna crack back on, pick back up our bucket, and see how we
Stanley picked
go.
up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
All right, we're going left. We're listening to him. And the Stanley thing is still going down. This is mad. Every time we're in this room, it's like... Oh, here we go. Stairs. Something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Alright, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down the stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Because we've gone upstairs with the bucket already. Got the Stanley. Oh no, yeah, we got Stanley up there because it was crossed out. So this is the stairs. We got the bucket. We're gonna go down now and see if we can find the 5th Stanley. Then we go back and find the 6th. Aha!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Oh my god, Figler and Marines. Right, let's see if this is much different with
Stanley
the
just couldn't do it.
bucket.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then...
This ending is long in the tooth. We had this yesterday.
Maybe
we didn't have the bucket.
To himself,
Let's see if it's any
maybe
different.
I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
It is.
He held the bucket close,
Good old bookie.
yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized
This isn't my bucket. It's just a normal,
Does this
everyday
count as a
bucket.
work
Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
Technically?
How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good
Oh.
would come from this.
Bucky.
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating.
No, it's
off
not
the
a work
ground.
sim. No.
Oh, gracious.
I'm floating.
He exclaimed.
Huh?
Without my bucket, I've gone
I'm back to
truly
it.
mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room,
Oh my
passing
God.
by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Mine has my name on it.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
This game is just one big acid trip. It's so fucking. I've been literally saying the
This is
back rooms the
story of a
whole
woman
playthrough.
named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving
Of
about
course he has
narrator
a bucket.
describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Jesus, good for you, Mariella. Go get a queen. Right, we're gonna get the last figure Anlerine.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Oh, this is different.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Go this
chest.
way.
And this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
The bucket, or the figure Anlerine is
Said the bucket.
over. I
Don't
can't
go to
remember
the
which
meeting
one.
room.
The-
Go
it's
somewhere
it's the
else.
place with the
The
blue and
cargo
red
lift,
doors,
yes.
and that's
Go
either
there. Go
across
to the
there or
cargo
to the
lift.
right. I think it's straight.
Good,
Don't think it's
said
in
the
there.
bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have
If it's not
alarmed
over
him,
there,
of
it's
course,
in
because
there.
Buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Okay.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Okay. Damn it! I think I went the wrong way.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
I
This
did.
is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh shit, that was a cutscene. Oh. Okay.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Okay.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Working home, working
I'll
home.
try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. I love you,
You
Bucky.
see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Yes. Bucket is love.
It's sad.
Bucket is
I
life.
suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
All hail the
Like
almighty
what you'd
bucket
get of
lord.
Moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press I to relive the same day with me over and over. I can't think of anything I'd rather do.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
It's
Why
the
do I feel
bucket.
some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do
Oh my
anything it
God.
asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
Hello, baby.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it.
my bucket.
Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
I usually skip this part. Yes, Bucky. Whatever you say. I love you, Bucky.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
This was not the correct way to the
Gotta get that
meeting
last
room.
figure, Anne-Lorraine.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket
I
was
know where
wrong.
to go.
Stanley took
Got
the
one
door
left.
on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now
getting
ride
this
the
last
lift
figure,
all the way to
Anne-Lorraine.
the top. There's something up there
I almost
I need
taste
you
the
to
victory.
do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
To victory. Come
No,
on.
stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
Damn it.
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
I know what Bookie is. Whoa.
Step in here.
Hey. Ah, goddammit. I think I have to come back this way without the bucket and get the last Figler and Lorraine. We'll do that next.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a
Whoa.
bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No, it's a hologram.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Okay. 1 for 2. 1 for 2. That's a bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Hit me with the next one. That's not a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme. I'm starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
That's
Is
tractor
this a
again.
bucket?
Imagine it was wrong. Now I'm freaked. This isn't a bucket. Oh my god, what?
This is a bucket.
Am I losing the run of myself? Am I actually not able to tell the difference anymore? That's a
Item
bucket.
6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What are you gonna give me
Item-
next?
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one.
This is
Let
a
me see. It
tractor.
should be around here somewhere.
No, this is Patrick. Is that me? Am I out here? Oh, no.
Yes.
Sick.
Thank you. There's nothing here.
Ah.
Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket?
Maybe you
Mere
don't know.
moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
I know what's a
Do
bucket.
any
what's
of
not
us
a bucket.
know what a bucket is?
This fucking guy.
I, a bucket. Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself.
You're not
and
a bucket.
myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that.
Don't make
I'm
you
sorry.
choose, you
I'm going
lose.
to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
You're
Okay,
bluffing.
here we go.
You wouldn't dare.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game
Bucket
was
is
a
life, I
bucket?
told you this.
My God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
Am I?
And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Sick.
Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Restart me.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
The word booker has lost all meaning. Okay, no bucket. Straight to the doors to get the last figure and Lorraine. Hopefully, no more hiccups.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something?
Not
He
taking
hoped
it.
It was. He hoped very much that it was. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
I know where
well.
I'm going, narrator.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Perhaps you're wrong.
Stanley felt lightheaded.
Out of my way,
butterflies
room.
in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Thank you, narrator.
There's someone
Right,
you've
last figure
neglected,
Henry, I can
Stanley.
taste it, lads. We're
Someone
almost
you've
there.
forgotten. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something
Yes.
beautiful.
Figure Henry.
Let me prove
Figure
it.
Henry.
Let me prove that I'm on you. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Yes.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Hooray!
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. We went through
Thank
blue
God
yesterday.
you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This is pretty. It's actually kind of hypnotizing. Oh. Should I walk back? Gotta walk back.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Sorry.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Sorry.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Should I go back or should I murk myself? Part of me wants to go out, like go back and see if anything changes, but I also don't want to walk all the way back if nothing changes. But I haven't been let down yet, so I'm gonna go back and see if he says, "Oh, thanks for going back," and then I'll murk myself. See if he like, surely he'll be like, "Oh, thanks for bringing me back," but then from that moment on, he's gonna be dead.
good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there,
I promise.
Just stay here.
This is real nice. It's really pretty. I like the colors. Okay, time to kill myself.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
I want to die. Can't you tell? Later, folks.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment.
Do it again.
Now,
I'm slower.
Can we please get... No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
All right, take two.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Sorry.
You're literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Yes.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Correct. Peace out.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Sorry, Kevin. You've been a lovely narrator. It's time for me to leave.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Well, that was incredibly depressing. Oh, shit.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have
This
to put
is
a
a
pause
reminder.
on things. It's
Keep
just...
that.
It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire
My
life?
echo just
Didn't it
assaulted
fill
me.
you to the brim with inner richness?
As a
Yes, I
reminder,
know we're
it said-
supposed to be telling a
My
story,
echo just
but won't you please
shouted at me.
indulge me with one more trip
Sorry about
back
that.
to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay, I do like the memory zone. The memory zone was nice, except for the really sad part. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Oh, is this different than the last time we were here? We're gonna see the dead hamster again. Zone, sweet zone. Wow, what award was here? There's the bath that they nicked from The Last of Us. Stanley Parable. Oh, can I? Oh, this is new.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Yup, 706. Figler Enderines.
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley.
stuck.
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6.
I'm trapped!
But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh, freedom. I didn't like that. Let's go boss's office.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
Fuck, it was the warehouse, wasn't it? I dropped down onto those crates.
No. The warehouse was the
Bollocks.
4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the warehouse feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
let's see. What came next?
What the
yes,
fuck?
we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I have no recollection of this room whatsoever. Ah, I remember this one.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Proper fucking 2010 YouTube, like. Hooray! Best boy. Gas.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else. And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
And there
It
goes
was a
the last
moment
Figley.
unlike any other.
Figurine.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
We go blue this time. Oh, it's the opposite. Oh.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Okay.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here,
Wow.
keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
The little video was really funny. I love that they have had a Best Boy
the room with the
in the
red and
comments
blue doors.
and the
I
credits. For
remember
anyone who doesn't
this.
know, Best
I
Boy
must
on a
say, of
film
all
set
the
is like a
figurines
head
we looked at in
electrician.
our
He's up there with the
initial tour
gaffer.
of the memory zone,
Sounds like
this one
really
is the most
unnecessary to have in the
distinct and
credits
clear
for
in my
like a
mind.
custom made
Let's
video
keep
just by
going.
the
I want
narrator,
more.
but that was a nice touch. Crack back down these
And
stairs.
here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yes, I love that video.
How many of them am I gonna get?
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Pretty room, alright. He's not wrong. I do like pink. I wonder if I just
These
kill
really
myself.
were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Next one. This is a really long playthrough. How do you even go down here? I can't. Yeah, this one was taking a long time to get back to the start. Bosses. Oh, there's another one in the jacks. I feel like I'm gonna get an odd number of
Our
them.
second Figley. Don't
Or
you
I'll get
remember?
17,
Yes, I
'cause I
remember it too.
didn't
The
didn't
past
collect
is
the
truly a
fucking
wonderful
red and blue
thing.
one the second
Why
time.
does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
The ultimate figurine. Oh, they get my jumps back?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually... Oh, yes, the 2 doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
We go left. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. I'm back to my lovely office. Home
And
sweet
before
home.
everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
The opening
There's something
cutscene.
I feel I can remember. I can remember.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions.
Playing the video backwards.
I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore.
Good for you.
Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It's different again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Not the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where the fuck do I go? This is so long, like.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is it just normal now from this point on? Nope. Yep. Oh, I can see the...
Yet there was not a single person here.
Oh, the
either.
figurine thing is
Feeling a
gone.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Can I
to
get the
his
code
boss's
wrong
office.
in the boss's room? Let's see what happens.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
2840.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Right,
Of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly,
I guess
by
we'll just
simply
crack
pushing
on
random
towards the
buttons
good
on
ending,
keypad,
and we don't have the
Stanley
bucket
happened
this
to
time, so
input
maybe the
correct
end will be
code
different
by
with
sheer
the door
will.
opening and stuff. Maybe we get to live happily
He
ever
stepped
after.
into the newly opened passageway.
I feel like I've done this so many times today. But look, every time is different. Okay. Sorry, that was just lowering stuff down. So, yeah, like, I'm gonna crack on towards. We've seen all this, of course. We know what's gonna happen, and then I'll, towards the end, we'll truck back in. But yeah, I'm eager to see how different it goes now because the bucket's gone, and fly. I was kind of shortchanged. There's a lot of blue balling going on here. Like I was kind of shortchanged when the bucket was stopped me from finishing the game. But it'll be nice to see now when we get down to the end. I'm gonna click off. I'm gonna turn the mind control off, and then hopefully I'll get to leave the facility out into the nature we saw last time before the door stopped opening. But yeah, no, it'll be good to see now. I do miss the bucket though, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss Bucky. What's going on with 234? 427. There I am, straight center of my screen. But yeah, I do wish you could like kind of fast forward this part, especially since there's a lot of different ways you can go here, and I've want to see them all obviously, and I've had to do them a good couple of times, so that can be a little bit awkward. Here comes the platform. We're going to bounce down and we'll just leg it straight through. We'll click off and then we should be good to go. And I'm on the lift. Right, here we go. Oh, the weird icon on my stream deck. Right, I think it's time I should hire the sound back up for you guys, because we're coming into areas we haven't been to
Had he
yet.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Here we go.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machine...
Freedom! Give me the good stuff. Give it to me, narrator. Give me the good stuff. Let me see my... Come on.
And a rising chill of uncertainty.
Open it.
Was it over?
Let me see it. Where's the daylight?
Yes.
Yes!
He had won.
There she is.
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, no. That was a nice one. It was a long one. Achievement unlocked, beat the game. There we go. Got my ending. Right. Think off the back of that, we can go ahead and leave it there for the day. Quit the desktop there. Right, well, what did you think? It's I'm not gonna, it's a lot, like it's mentally a lot to play, especially since that last playthrough went on and on. Like that was the one life, like that went on for a long ass time. But we did it. We got there in the end. Yeah. Oh, I tell you something for nothing. Right, who are we raiding? Who are we raiding? Just gonna find somebody who's online to raid, folks. And my good pal, Mr. Squid Twitch, is online. I actually really like this guy. I hope you guys will like him too. So stick around. I'm gonna go ahead and throw you over into Senor Squid Twitch's chat. He's playing Rust, so that'd be good crack. But yeah, listen, I had a great crack today. Hope you guys are enjoying Stanley. I'll probably play through it again next stream, but I'm not sure. But look, we'll see how we get on. And in the meantime, look after yourselves. Thank you very much for coming, and give all your love to Mr. Squid. And I will talk to you in the next one. See you. Bye bye.